Hello, everyone. This is Rachel coming to you live from Albany, New York, from Akashic Angels. I'm so happy to be here on a lovely, wonderful Tuesday. And one of the things that I do have a Facebook group that I love. It's Find Your Badass Life Purpose. And what I do in there every week is I do oracle card readings and I do tarot card readings. And I thought it might be fun to kind of go through the oracle cards that I love to use and kind of say, maybe educate anyone who's new to reading cards. What is the best way to kind of pick out a card? What's a good reading to do? And how do you set the intentions with your cards? I love using oracle cards. I use them all the time. I did take a couple courses, but a lot of it can be self-taught. So one of the things that you want to do is you want to just get a deck. Now, there is a lot of, I would say, back and forth thought in regards to, should somebody gift you a deck or should you go out and buy a deck? I am of the school of thought if you see a deck and you want to get it, buy it. There's no reason why you can't work with the deck. I know that there's some people who do believe that it has to be gifted to you, and that's kind of how the energy goes forward with it. And I'm going to say that again. You don't have to have somebody gifted to you, because what if you see 27 decks and you're like, I want them all? Then what are you going to do? So I am going to start with this deck. This is Kyle Gray, Keepers of the Light. I love this deck. It's one of the first decks I probably started using. It's a fabulous deck. It's all about like Ascended Masters. It's just an amazing deck. So you get a deck of cards. Usually it'll come with a lovely guidebook. This one does. So it's a pretty cool guidebook. Kind of will tell you, who this person is, an extended message, all of that stuff. Now, you always want to look at the guidebook to see how you want to kind of bless your cards. Usually what you do is you go through every single card. I love these cards also because they're really easy to use. You'll find that there's some, and maybe it's just me and a personal thing, like some cards are kind of funky and they're just like hard to like go through. Sorry, here. There we go. That's better. But see how bright and colorful these are? I just love them all. It's a beautiful deck. So you want to go through, you want to like make sure to get your energy on every single one of the cards, just get them on all of them, love them. Then some people will place it against their heart chakra. Now, I do want to say this. Sorry, I jumped ahead. Want to make sure you're grounded. Want to make sure you're centered. Make sure you're focused on working with this deck of cards. Make sure you're in a good headspace. You're not in a mood or anything like that, at least while you're kind of activating your cards. And some people will set it against their heart, and then they'll do a prayer of intention. Like, may these cards have the best and highest good for anyone that comes across them, anyone that wants a reading with them, anything like that. And then what some people do, I got to figure out how I'm going to do this. A very easy reading. You can just do one card reading. And maybe you want to ask yourself a question. What is it that I need to know for my best and highest good? Let's do a reading for everyone that's listening on the call. What do we need to hear right now that's for the best and highest good for everyone that's listening on the call or maybe listening in the future? And you just kind of like sort them out. Some people will hear, stop. Some people will feel, stop. Some people will have, one of my friends, his name is Christopher, he does readings and the cards just fly out of the deck. Like, it's the coolest thing to ever see. If you ever book a reading with him, he is amazing. It's just so cool. Like, they just fly across the room. And then or if a card pops out, you see how this card's popping out? That's also an indication that this card wants to come out and wants to be read. So for one card reading, we're going to do this one. Joan of Arc, Voice of Truth. I love this one. This is stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth. That is really cool. So definitely the message is speak your truth. And sometimes we have issues where we may feel muted or not in a space where we're able to speak our truth. Call on Joan of Arc. Please come to me now. I'll help you to speak your truth. So I love that. Another kind of reading, and oracle cards are different than tarot cards. So tarot cards are like, they have suits, they have the wands, they have the cups. Yeah, you can tell I don't really read them that often. What I like about oracle cards is they're all different. Like, This is about Ascended Masters. I've got moon cards. I've got secret door cards. I've got star seed cards. I've got cards about everything. And do I have tarot decks? I do, but I don't resonate with them as much. So when you're maybe thinking about getting out a card deck or buying a card deck, think, do you want to go down and read tarot cards, or do I want to read oracle cards, or maybe you want to read both? Another reading that you can do, which is really helpful, and a lot of people do, is a past, present, future. So what is it that I need to know in this current moment of now? And then you pull out the 3 cards. So you do 1, 2, 3. And then you kind of tap into what's the message of them. So that's what I like about that too. Past, present, future. Now, it may not be that easy to do them with oracle cards because you may be just asking one question, but maybe with your tarot cards, and they have like a 13 card spread. They have a bunch of different spreads that they can do. Like you tell, I don't read them that often. But also in your guides, it will list out other kinds of readings that you can do. Let's see here. Shuffling the cards, reading for yourself. This is a 2-card spread, which I like that. It's a brilliant and quick insight if you're giving yourself a reading on the go, and maybe to complement another therapy session. There's a life path spread. So just open up the manual and see what comes out and see what resonates for you. Like, okay, this is what's coming forward. I just want a quick answer. Should I take this job? Or should I be, what is my life purpose? You know, there are life purpose cards that you can get. What is it that I need to know? Who's currently with me now? For those that work with, we all have a team. We all have spirit guides. We have angels, ascended masters that are always working with us. Who is the ascended master that's working with us now? You can pull out the card, and that's who's working with you at this, present moment. So what I'd like to do, I have a bunch of decks out. I might have a problem. So this is one I definitely recommend, Keepers of the Light. This is by Kyle Gray. I've got quite a few of his card decks. He is really good about working with the angels. He's got like an angel numbers book. He's got a Raise Your Vibration book. He's got a bunch of different books that you can check out. He's with Hay House. Let's say you want oracle cards about angels. All right. So you can get daily guidance from your angels. This is a nice one by Doreen Virtue. This is a pretty good one. And it's good because it's more like, it's not telling you what angel that you're working with. This is more like kind of coming forward with a different kind of message. So let's pull another one. Like I said, another tip to clear the energy. Knock on the deck 3 times. 1, 2, 3. That clears the energy. I've set the intention that I'm clearing the energy, and I'm gonna knock on it. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Simple as that. You can get out sage. You can get Palo Santo. You can cleanse it. Whatever is for your best and highest good that you resonate with for how you're going to cleanse off the energy of it. Another school of thought is some people, and it's up to you whether or not, some people only want to use their cards themselves and they don't want anyone else to kind of handle their decks, and other people don't mind. So kind of feel into that, how you are comfortable with either not letting someone use your decks or letting someone use your deck. And it's your decision. It's your stuff, right? Who cares? I personally do not mind people using my decks. I will say that probably in the beginning, I was like, oh, this is mine. And I was kind of nervous about the energy, and maybe, I just was a little like nervous about it. Now I have good cleansing practices and I have good boundaries set up. So I don't mind other people using my decks. So, and you can see like they're all like disheveled. This is actually what I just did on Monday for my group, was this deck. All right, so we're going to knock it 3 times. Set the intention. Whoever is on this call right now, maybe listening, what is for everyone's best and highest good in this current moment of now. Now, I'm someone who feels for it, and it's just kind of like I get this, you're there. You're there. Life purpose. The purpose of your life is to serve in a way that brings great joy to yourself and others. Don't worry about finding your purpose. Instead, focus on serving a purpose, and then your purpose will serve you. That's pretty fun. I like that. We're all trying to find our life purpose. What is our mission in life? What are we truly here for? To be of service. It's a really good deck. It may be hard to find because it's an older deck, and I don't think that they print any more of them, but you can definitely find it on Amazon. Another great deck is Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards. This is also another one by Kyle Gray. I love it. It's like really beautiful colors. And another way that you can read cards is you don't have to necessarily look at the actual meaning of it. I know another person that I know, he reads cards and he kind of goes off of a feeling of it. And it may, like, let's say this is a wise one, okay? And there's a crow, an owl, a lady of wisdom, and it says grow within your current situation. Now, he may read this as something completely different. He may not take this as wise one. Maybe he takes this as you need to be mindful of your situation because of the owl, or maybe look into the crow medicine, or maybe look into shamanic practitioner. You know what I mean? So you don't necessarily have to read exactly what the deck or the guidebook tells you. If you get an intuitive hit, trust that first. Like there's something more coming from this card than just what the message is in the book. So that's another way to kind of read the cards, or maybe the color. Maybe what will come forward is you need to work with, your throat chakra. I feel like the throat and how we speak our truth is what's coming forward for today. But you see, like, what I like about this one, and this is that weird kind of material that I was saying that I'm not 100% a fan of. They're good cards, but it's just, I don't know. That's my own personal nuance. So I love this deck. It's amazing. It's very beautiful. Like, this is a beautiful Mother Earth card. Love that. Feel loved and comforted. It's beautiful. Beautiful energy. They're just beautiful cards. So that's a really good one for working with your ancestors and your angels. Let's see here. Another good deck is Archangel Oracle cards. And you can see this is probably my oldest deck. It's so beat up. I think I had to purchase this deck for the course that I took. I had to get this deck. I had to get a Angel Tarot card deck. I think I had to get like 8 decks of cards. But I like this card book. It may not be Doreen Virtue's Oracle cards are kind of hard to find right now because she stopped publishing them. But I love like shuffling through these. Clear off the energy. Let's see, what is the energy that wants to come forward for our best and highest good? Healthy lifestyle. Archangel Raphael, eat a healthful diet, get adequate sleep, and exercise regularly for optimal health. Love that. That's really cool. I love Archangel Raphael. I work with him all the time. He's amazing. It was just funny because I have an Archangel Raphael Oracle card deck, which I didn't bring over. And this is his way of saying, you should have brought that over. All right. So those are those. Now let's say you want to, you're really connecting with your star seed lineage. I can't even talk. You want to, am I Pleiadian? Am I Arcturian? Am I, like, where am I coming from? There are really good decks that can kind of help, or maybe you want just more education on it, and maybe you're not finding a book or whatnot. There's Oracle card decks that you can use. Rebecca Campbell, she's got the Starseed Oracle, which is really cool. Have you ever had a longing for home without knowing what that meant? If so, you could be a starseed soul. And there's a lot of starseeds on the planet right now, for sure. I myself am one of them. So the Starseed Oracle is a great one. The Mystic Martian Oracle. This one's super colorful, and it's a really fun deck. I feel like it just came out. It's by Lisa Porter. And it's a really just a fun deck. It's like super bright colors. I mean, look at that. It's just bright, like red, and I don't even know what that color is. Like, it's just intense. Like, these are just super bright, like, cards and all different kinds of just bright, bright, bright cards. But it's really good about learning about your starseed kind of, information. It's a good deck. And another one I love these little decks. Like, my new favorite thing are these little tiny decks. I mean, honestly, look at how cute this is. Little tiny deck. I think I have like 8 of these. They're all different kinds of decks. This is called Star Seeds. And this is cards to serve as seeds of empowerment to raise your personal power and awareness. Each message will encourage you to raise your unique vibration through conscious choices of self-love. It's a great deck. And what these little cards are really good about is, like, let's say in the morning, you just kind of want to say, like, what's my intention for the day? What's my intention for the day? Well, what should I focus on? Science. That's a good one. The universe has been gently nudging you forward by revealing to you signs and synchronicities. It's a perfect one. It's just a great, easy card. You can just get up. And maybe just, like, you're having a bit of a frustrating day and you're a little like, oh, what's going on? Grab out your oracle card deck. See what's going on. See what, can help you. That would be pretty cool. Now, let's say you want to work with the moon. Who doesn't love working with the moon? Full moon, new moon, all different kinds of moons. There's really good decks. So Moonology, this is by Yasmin Boland. These are just oracle cards, which are really cool cards. They're illustrated to tap into her ancient wisdom for healing, guidance, and protection, and learn how to work with her magical energy during each lunation. So it's all of the lunar cycles, which is really cool. So Moonology, Yasmin Boland. She has another one. This is Manifestation, Moonology Manifestation. This is also a really good deck. It's just really cool colors, and it's just a lot of fun. I love it. And it's got a guidebook. Now, remember how I said I like those little decks? I just got this one. I think this is like my most recent purchase. I may have a problem. This is Moon Magic, and this is by Stacy DeMarco, Deep Moon Messages. So more and more of us are choosing to deeply connect with the cycles of the moon. These cards will enable you to tap into the magic of the lunar cycle. With wise affirmation, you can powerfully integrate into your world, allowing the moon to guide you as she always has for many, many years. It's a really cool deck. And it's kind of fun because there are all these like really cool moon pictures on the opposite side. And then if you just pick out a card, it's got a nice little message. Gratefully, I surrender my struggle. I like that one. Because we should be living a life of ease. It shouldn't be in struggle. It shouldn't be in strife. We should be living a life of ease and surrendering to the universe, letting, connecting in with our higher self and with our soul and with higher powers, like with God, and, allowing them to kind of show us the journey of our path. That's a life of ease. Not that you don't have struggle, but there is a time and a place for everything. Let's see here. These are kind of like activation cards. Like maybe you're kind of getting into activations and attunements and all of that kind of stuff. Those are always super fun. So Rebecca Campbell, and she's got some really good books. She has a Starseed book. She has, I think it's, is it Pink is a New Black? I don't know. It's a pink colored book. I'm not exactly sure what it's called. The Work Your Light. So this is a beautiful deck that's been, this is kind of helping you to tune into being a light worker. So right now, all the light workers are being called to step up. This is a good deck to kind of use. It has confirmation cards, inquiry cards, action cards, activation cards, transmission cards. And she's got really interesting artwork on them. And it's like, are you ready to work your light? It's really cool. No, I love this deck. This is another Kyle Gray deck. So I would say out of all the decks that I love, probably Kyle Gray has the best decks. Like they're beautifully illustrated. They're just really like powerful cards. Like it really helped me connect with the angels, helped me connect with the Ascended Masters. I love them. So he just came out with this Gateway of Light Activation Oracle, and it's upside down with my box. I just love these cards, and they're all like activations and memories of Atlantis and kind of really connecting us with as above, so below. Like they're just amazing, beautiful cards. Oh, I like that one. Anakai Light Codes, Energetic Shift, New Information, End of a Cycle. That's fun. Temple of Truth, Throat Chakra. Have we had a theme or not? We've had a theme here about speaking our truth. Throat chakra, authenticity, self-expression. Like, look at that beautiful card. They're just beautiful, awesome cards. Really good deck. It's very, very, very powerful. Now, one of my friends, Laura, she just got me, she sent me a picture of this deck, and this one is really cool. It's called Seeker Oracle. And it's upside down. So a seeker suspects there's always something more. So somebody who's always like, all of us right now, like we always want to learn more. Why are we here? What's going on? It can't just be us. I can't just be, there has to be more than what we have here now. Like that's how I kind of feel. So a seeker suspects that there's something more. And the quiet of the sunrise, the song of the night, and the overlapping folds of our present, our beyond, and our world. They are curious, not just for who they are, but who they can become. And these are seek and discover yourself, the marvel, majesty, and magic of these cards. And this is by Raylan Phelan. They're just gorgeous, powerful, energetically aligned cards. Love them. Activation type cards. Rebecca Campbell has another one, the Rose Oracle. This is, I think, her newest deck. This is connecting you with the symbol of the goddesses of old, and she holds potent medicine for these times. This is connecting you kind of with the rose and with the goddess. These are pretty cool cards. Like I said, like activation type cards. Maybe you're just looking for kind of diving into some more knowledge. These are pretty cool cards. I think she has a book that goes with this too. Not 100%. Now, I'm an energy worker. Love working with energy. So, of course, I'm going to have an energy oracle card deck. Love this one. This is energy oracle cards. And this is all about reveal the both the present energy you project and the results you are likely to attract. The unlimited power of your own consciousness is a vital force that moves through the universe and plants the seeds of your destiny far and wide. These easy-to-use cards will help you to understand what your consciousness is creating, as well as reveal any hidden blocks that may delay in your process. It's a pretty cool deck. Now, let's pull a card out of here. There's tons of these cards. Nice little booklet. It's huge. Knock on it. Cleansing the energy. I'm setting the intention. What is the card for our best and highest good? Patience. Maybe it's a gentle reminder that sometimes we have to be patient in letting our life purpose unfold. Sometimes we are eager to push ahead when really sometimes we just have to be in stillness. And that's where we hear divine guidance, is when we're still, not when we're hustling and bustling and, with that chaotic energy that can be too much. Crystals. I am a certified crystal healer. And anything with crystals, I love. Let's see here. This is a crystal grid oracle card deck, which is really neat. This is by Nicola McIntosh. And she has like all of these, the tool to aid spiritual growth. The crystal grid oracle will forever change the way you work with crystals and gemstones. And there's all these like, she's got crystal grids, and it's like, she tells you what crystals they're working with. Let's see here. Like here is Cleanse, Shungite. Shungite is an amazing crystal. It's black. I have one right here. This is Shungite. Shungite is really good for EMF protection. If you are, like right now, I am on the computer and I actually have my laptop on a Shungite mat, because it also blocks EMF rays. It also helps you not take things personally. Shungite is a great crystal. So all about cleansing, Shungite. But see, look at that beautiful crystal grid that she has there. It's just gorgeous. And you can honestly, if you're working with this deck of cards, you can meditate and envision yourself kind of going inside of this crystal grid and activating more of the power within it. You don't necessarily have to have the crystal present in order to obtain their powers. You can pull in that energetic essence of that crystal, which is really cool. This is a really good deck. So another really good one is the Illustrated Crystal Oracle cards. Learn from Earth's wisdom. They have unique stories of vibrations of the Earth's gems and minerals, have insightful lessons to teach us, and they're just really beautiful cards. This one also has a nice guidebook. And you are going to find that, you're going to come across some oracle card decks that don't have a guidebook, and that's okay. Remember what I said in the beginning, trust your intuition and the feelings that are coming forward. And maybe it's just a word like cleanse. Maybe that's a general reminder for you to cleanse out your energy, cleanse your environment, kind of dig into what is that message that you're being given in that moment. These are just beautiful, beautiful cards, beautifully illustrated, all different kinds of crystals. They're just gorgeous, beautiful. I love this deck. I really should, I should really put my cards in like the correct order. Clearly you can tell I use them a lot because they're all like upside down and right side up, and they're all over the place. Really cool deck. The Illustrated Crystal. Now, this one is Crystal Angels. This is another Doreen Virtue one. And she actually partners an angel with the crystal, which is also super cool. So those are really cool crystal decks. Now we have, okay, I know I have some tarot decks. So I love Labyrinth. Who doesn't love Labyrinth? And David Bowie, and that was like my favorite movie as a kid. So of course I have the Labyrinth tarot deck. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? Love this deck. Really good deck. Another one, because I am an Akashic record reader, is the Akashic Tarot. Super cool tarot deck. And then I have some other tarot decks, but I know we're going to be wrapping up in just a minute, and I'm just going to go through some little tiny ones. So Divine Doors, really cool one. It kind of reveals the answers to your deepest reflections that are inspired muses, and this like photography of these cool doors. It's really fun. Whispering Woods. But see, they're just little fun, tiny little decks that just have little cool messages on them, you know, and it's just pick one, transform, emerge with beauty and grace from your cocoon. It's just, they're just fun cards. And what I want to say as we wrap up is, you know, just go into a spiritual shop, even go on Amazon and type out oracle cards and see, like, there's so many different kinds. I probably have over 50 decks. Like I said, I have a problem. Start with one that just catches your attention and see where it leads you and see what kind of beautiful messages that you're going to get. If they're just a fun time and and like I said, you don't have to have someone gift it to you. Just go in, see what kind of takes your attention, and just have fun. That's what really the oracle cards are all about, having fun. And I hope everybody has a great Tuesday, and I will see you guys all next week, and take care.